Fantastic. 3, 2, 1. We're live. We're live. What's going on? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Monday, March the 12th, 2018. It's the live stream. I'm your host, Bruce, with Traveling with Bruce. How you guys doing? I hope you had a great weekend. Forgot to turn off the mute over here, so I'm listening to hitting myself here on the little thing. Anyway, I'm back. How are you guys doing? Did you have a good weekend? I had a great time. Had a wonderful day yesterday. I'm smiling because, we got sunshine, glorious, glorious sunshine here in Creston, British Columbia. We're at about 47 degrees. The Melt Fest is in full bloom here. I'll tell you, the snow around my house is almost all gone. It's fantastic, and I'm loving it. Very little wind and clear blue skies. And I think tomorrow we might get some flurries, a little shower activity, but it'll be rain because we're like plus 11 again. Fantastic. I love it. So maybe, just maybe, spring is in the air and we're coming back. Maybe we're coming back. The channel is just plugging along. What a couple of days we've had. Saw you folks on Saturday. I hope you had a good time. I really enjoyed Saturday's show. I enjoy all my shows, as you know. I just love doing this. But it was a really good time on Saturday. I really liked that. Since Saturday, we picked up some subscribers. I went off the air at 1,272 subscribers, 1,272, and right now 1,305. So 33 newbies joined in since Saturday afternoon. Fantastic. Less than 48 hours. So welcome, new subscribers. Love having you here. I hope you enjoyed some of my videos that you were watching that kind of spurred you on to join in. If you've never been here before, this is a live stream that I do Monday to Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern time. And on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I just throw in another show, 8 o'clock Eastern. So I do 2 shows Tuesdays, 2 shows on Thursdays, 5 and 8 p.m., 5 p.m. every other day. And then Saturdays, 2 p.m., like as if I can't get enough. And I take Sunday off because the vocal cords need a rest. And we talk about cruise ships going on holidays. We talk about deals, news from the cruise industry, what you can do as a traveler, how to save money, how to get a good deal, what are you allowed to bring on board, what aren't you allowed to bring on board, all this stuff. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you like what you see here, I hope you do. Give us a thumbs up. We love getting thumbs ups on these live streams. Also, there's a subscribe button here if you haven't subscribed before. There's another subscribe button here if you haven't subscribed before. I wish I could do a special effect and have like a third hand show up. Can't do that. There's a subscribe button, might be on this side where there's a little bell icon beside it. If you click on that, you'll get a notification every time I do another video or a live stream. So it's kind of like a reminder, hey, Bruce is going on air, just so you know. Love to have you on board as a subscriber. We're growing this channel quickly. I'm really, really excited. And like I say, welcome aboard. It's fantastic. You have a question about cruising. You want to know anything? Just fire away. My regulars are logging in right now. They're saying hi. They're telling me where they live. They're telling me what their high temperature is today, and they might already be giving me a question or two or the topic of the day. They might already be answering my topic of the day. What is the topic of the day, you say? I'll tell you. Top tips for new cruisers from my viewers. What do we want new cruisers to know? What's the top tip you want to give these guys, especially the newbies? These new cruisers, there's 2.5 million more of them this year that are going on a cruise ship that have never cruised before, or at least it's unbelievable how many people are coming into the industry. That it's growing so quickly. 27 new ships are arriving this year from the shipyards for the cruise industry to add to the 300 odd that exist already. Capacity is running way up. New itineraries being set all the time. What should new cruisers know from those of us who've been around a while? What's kind of the top tip we want to give them? I love to share my tip. One of my tips is to get a good deal on a cruise and head to vacations2go.com. Check out Vacations to Go and check your pricing there. I did a video just last week or a week and a half ago about how to use vacations2go.com to find a really good deal on a cruise and not get ripped off. And I highly recommend it. You should check it out. It's a good video. It's got a lot of likes and a lot of views, and it's tracking. I like it. The other cruise tip to give you is to watch my channel. Go to my channel and check out all my playlists on how to pack for a cruise, what you're allowed to take on a cruise, how to find what's a repositioning cruise and how to find a good repositioning cruise. Endless tips, and come on by. Now, for any of you folks who are following my channel's trials and tribulations, this is, after all, a channel that is now 7 months old. Today, I think, is the day. Yeah, today's March 12th. And August 12th, I launched my channel. This is 7 months ago with 0 subscribers, 0 views, no following, no experience, no nothing. And I started posting videos, and let's see what happens. And here we are, like I said, 1,305 subscribers. But it's now been, it'll be 3 weeks tomorrow that I've been demonetized. Haven't made a dime from YouTube in 3 weeks now from any advertising. They shut down all the advertising for channels of my size. Those of us who reached 1,000 subscribers and had 4,000 views of view time, 4,000 hours of view time, 240,000 minutes. As of February the 20th, once we reached that goal, we were in a certain club, and I'm in this club that said, welcome, way to go, Bruce. You got 1,000 subs. You got over 240,000 minutes of watch time. You're demonetized. And I go, what? And you're demonetized, but you're in review. You're automatically being reviewed. You don't have to apply to be remonetized. We're reviewing you. Even though we've been monetizing you since last October, November, December, January, February. You were monetized for 4 months, and you just had your best day ever as a monetized channel on the 19th of February. The best day you ever had. You're demonetized. And that's been 3 weeks, 20-odd days. Haven't had a penny come in from YouTube. Terrible. Still don't know exactly when we're back up. We hope this week we start hearing other channels coming in. It's been 3 weeks. Guys, what do you need to know? I've been posting videos like there's no tomorrow. I have 175 up. Got now over 1 million minutes of view time on my channel, 1,300 subs. Let's get with the program. But I can't force you. You just have to wait. So my only source of income now comes from you, the viewer, and any viewer that's been helping me out. I am so appreciative. Super Chat is one way you can help me, or my PayPal link, which is in my channel header. You can head over there. And I am offering gifts to any subscriber sending me $10 or more. Want to thank last week about 5 or so people picked up some of these medallions. Just a quick peek at them here. These are sports medallions from the NFL, the NHL, and a few baseball medallions. I have a description of every team that I have available here. These are about the size of a quarter, and they have a sticky film on the back. You can stick these onto any surface and use them on your cell phone, put them on the back of your computer, use them as a ball marker for your golf game. Just stick them to the back of a quarter, and you can use them as a ball marker. So if you know a New York Jets fan, or a Seattle Seahawks fan, or a Philadelphia Eagles, Super Bowl champions, get one for them. Send me $10. I'll send you one of those for free. All you have to do is follow the instructions on the description below this video. Tells you. It gives you my email address. You just send me your name and address, so what team you want. I'll mail it out to you, and enjoy it. And thanks for helping me out. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's go to the chat. Let's see who's here, who's saying hi to me, what's going on, and then let's continue the show. First of all, Charles Jordan signed in right off the bat saying, good evening, Bruce. Good evening, all. Boy Debbie's here. Hey, Bruce. Bob O is here. Hi, Bruce. 53 in Pelham, Alabama today. Running about 15 degrees below normal for this time of year. You should be around 68. You're at 53. We're just behind you, about 47 degrees, but a little cooler than you. Wes Morrison, hello from New Braunfels, Texas. Sunny 70 and a beautiful sunny day. That's awesome stuff, Wes. Randy Lucas is here. Greetings from Paradise, California, with a high of 68 and sunny. So nice weather there. Charles Jordan, 49 here in Ivy, South Carolina today, by the way, he's saying. Pamela Jordan's here. Hi, Bruce, and everyone. Tommy Eaton is also here saying cool and windy in Jacksonville, Florida, 60. But we're going to be 42 degrees in the morning. A little cool front coming through in Florida overnight here. Yikes. Bob Hollis, hi, Bruce, 48 and sunny in Atlanta. Yeah, you're cool too. You're just north of Jacksonville and a little west. Marlenia Aaron Zeller is here. Hi from Aurora, Colorado, 55 degrees. Welcome back. Nice to have you here. Debbie Emanuel is here, one of my faves. Hey, Debbie, how you doing? Bruce, hi, Bruce. Sunny and a beautiful day in Chico today. Upper 60s with a forecast rain for the rest of the week. You need it. You got to get it. Get it now. Get that rain in California. Spread it around. Don't keep it for yourself. California needs rain badly, and I'm glad to hear you guys are getting some of it. Some of you spots in California. Some of the spots in California are getting rain. That's great. That's great. Scott Batchley. Hi, Bruce. Back again. Cloudy and 62 in Ventura. Hope you are doing well, and hi to all. Thank you, Scott. Sherman Mercer is here. Been home a week from the 4-day Valor Cruise. We had fun watching people, and a good time was had by all. Sunny and 63 in South Texas. Fantastic. Peter Heckema, hi Bruce, 70 degrees and sunny in Tarpon Springs, Florida. It's always nice in Florida, in Tarpon Springs, it seems. Thomas Arnold, Big Bear, checking in, Bruce. Tampa's 55 and sunny. Snow is starting again by Wednesday through Saturday. Good. You're getting moisture as well. Pass it on to LA for sure. That's great. Elizabeth Breen is saying hi. She's telling me it's a beautiful 70 and sunny in Daytona Beach, Florida. It's bike week. It's bike week. Let's go. Tommy Eaton saying, is it better to use a travel agent or just scour the internet for the best cruise deal? Good question. We'll answer that in a minute. Debbie Emanuel, dang it, no commercials yet. YouTube being why are they being so mean to me? Well, I don't think it's personal. I think it's just system-wide. Can't answer it. They just don't communicate to us. It's one of the, I think some of us, we have a beef with, if we have a beef with YouTube, is that they just don't seem to have unless I don't know about it, there just is no direct link to the creators for all the little, updates, what's going on. They don't share the details of this shutdown, this commercial demonetization thingy. I have no idea how many channels are affected. I know there are 30 million or so, 25, 30 million channels that exist. And I know that there were maybe 10 million that were monetized that had 10,000 views or more in their history. So they were monetized, like I was back in October when I barely hit 10,000 views. And then a few days later, I got the notification, you're monetized. But when the shutdown happened on the 20th of Feb, at the end of the day there, ever since, they haven't told us how many channels made it to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. They didn't tell us how many made it and got held up and are now in review. They don't tell us every month how many do make it. I occasionally hear about, I'll see a video with a YouTuber being interviewed, like a YouTube employee, and they'll proudly be saying, oh yes, every day we have so many channels hit this mark. And I'm going, how would I know that? How would I ever know that unless I found an obscure interview between you and someone that knows you, that or that you've granted an interview to, that you're telling me? There's no public place for me to go to find out any of this information. I have no idea. Now, if someone out there knows, and you can direct me to a YouTube channel or to a website where I can get these kinds of stats, that'd be great, because I know how to find my stats. I know how to find stats on any channel that's out there. I can go to different sources for that. I have no idea how to find out what YouTube is up to, what their situation is, what their timing is. It's just rumor, pure rumor and speculation, and I don't know anyone who knows someone. I just don't. Of course, I'm so busy doing this, doing my channel, creating my channel. All I want to do is work on my channel and grow my followers and bring you the content you want to have. And if they're paying me for advertising, fantastic. I've got some kind of an income stream that I'm trying to build up with viewers. And if I can convince viewers to send me super chat money, that's great. And if I can do anything like a giveaway or a promo, that's great. That's up to me to do. I'll do it. But YouTube is it's a mystery. I can't answer some of these questions, sorry to say. Let's see. Sylvan Forrest is here. Hey, Bruce and all. It is currently 77 degrees in Delray Beach, Florida. 100% cloudy, windy. Drink of the day, Long Island iced tea with our cigar. Not bad. We're back to the cigar weather, thankfully. Cold front expected tonight will drop to 40, 45 degrees. I am definitely looking at a property in Costa Rica. It's over. Bob Hollis, hey, Tommy, I know you are taking your first Carnival cruise. Be careful of rum drinks they walk around with and try to sell from the Red Frog Bar. They say they are $9.99, but that is the tumbler price. Yeah, you buy the glass, the drink is more, and then you got this useless tumbler. Get the drink in a regular glass and avoid the nonsense. Yeah, it's a profit deal. They're trying to suck you in. Bob Hollisell, filled with rum, punch it, $22 with a tip. Oh, you don't want to do that. Sherman Mercer, tip for a new cruiser is to check deck plans and choose the cabin you want. Great tip right there for a new cruiser, Sherman. Well done, Tommy Eaton. Thanks for the heads up, Bob. Okay, now back to the question here. Is it better to use a travel agent or just scour the internet for the best cruise deal? Depends how much time you have. Depends on the travel agent, because if the travel agent is a family friend, you're related to this person, and they're a full-timer, or if they're a part-timer, but they're part-timer dedicated to you, that they know if they don't find you a good deal, they're going to hear about it from all the relatives. Well, then you use a travel agent. But if you're talking to a travel agent that works part-time, 2 or 3 days a week, and is really doing it for discounts for their own travel, you don't have a dedicated professional per se. Now, on the other hand, there are part-timers who are great because they don't have a lot of clients. They're only part-time right now. Maybe they want to become full-time travel agents as they build their book, as they build a following of clients. And if they can wow you with a deal on a cruise, and that includes maybe the flight into where your cruise ship is departing from, an overnight stay in the hotel the night before the cruise, maybe they're renting you a car, maybe they're setting you up after the cruise with a hotel or whatever it is. Maybe that travel agent may really go to work for you and really put together an itinerary for you that's just a good deal, and way to go. You, however, your job when you talk to a travel agent is not to say, oh, whatever you think is good. Don't do that. You got to be forceful. You got to be direct. You got to be specific. And if your specific request is you want a balcony room, not an inside or an ocean view, balcony, you want a really good deal. So find me a cruise that's on sale. Got to be a larger ship, not one of these. I don't want to be on a 25-year-old old ship. I want to be on a ship that's 10 years old or newer. Maybe you don't want to be. You might not want a Royal Caribbean 6,000 passenger ship with all the toys on it, because maybe you want a quieter cruise. Maybe you want a Holland America Celebrity type of a cruise. So you gotta give this travel agent some heads ups as to what it is you want. If you've got a family with 3 kids, aged 10, 12, and 13 or 14, you definitely want the Royal Caribbean big ship. Yeah, you got to get those kids active and keep them out of your hair and just let them go. But if it's just you and the wife, and you want a nice, peaceful, say it's a Caribbean cruise, 7 days, nice weather, good food, nice entertainment, but you don't necessarily need a zip line. You don't need a rock climbing wall. You don't need a simulated parachute, skydiving tube. Well, you got to tell your travel agent, here are the parameters. So you've got to do some work yourself. Now, if you've been watching my channel and you watch a lot of my shows, you'll have seen me go through the various cruise lines, what they have and what they don't have, what their amenities really are about. You're going to avoid a Disney cruise if you don't have kids. You're going to avoid a booze cruise at spring break for 3 nights. You're going to avoid that, again, if you're kind of in my age group, say you're in your 50s, 60s, or older. So you might be able to do a lot of this yourself if you know that it's Holland America, or it's probably Celebrity, maybe it's Viking Ocean Cruises, maybe it's Princess Cruises. That is your cruise line of, there's 3 of them right there. Or maybe it's the Norwegian cruise line, but you want to be in the Haven Club, a little higher up. Go online, see what you can find. Start with vacationstogo.com. Watch my video on how you do it, how you use that website. I break it right down for you. And or go to the cruise line's own website. So go to Royal Caribbean's website, go to Holland America's website. And again, if you have an idea when you want to go, you kind of know it's going to be in April, it's going to be in May, or it's going to be this fall in maybe late fall, maybe a November cruise in the Caribbean, something like that. Well, you know when it's going to be, the couple cruise lines you have in mind. Go to the websites to see what they're telling you. Then talk to your travel agent and see if your travel agent can do better than you have. Because if you found a balcony cruise for $850 a person plus taxes and fees and so on. And there might be a cabin credit thrown in as a little inducement. And then you talk to a travel agent, keep those numbers to yourself. Don't share those numbers. And say, here's what I'm looking for. I've been looking in November. I've been looking at these cruise lines. I'm looking at a balcony cabin. What can you find for me? And let me know. Oh, the travel agent might take a couple of hours, might take a couple of days, come back to you and say, well, I found 3 cruises for you. And they might shock you. They might come to you and say, I found a 10-day cruise on so-and-so. And you went 10-day cruise? I was only looking at a week. Well, yeah, but I found this 10-day cruise for $60 a night. That's the price of a 7-day cruise, but you get 3 more days. Would you like that deal? Now you got a travel agent that's working. Now they may just come back to you and say, look, I looked at 7-day cruises, like you said. Here's what I found. They might find one cruise that's lower than what you thought that you found, one that's right about the same, one that's a little more. But they might be able to offer you a discount on the cruise, or a cabin credit on the cruise that you didn't know about. Or if you're talking to them about the package deal, because if they're a real travel agent, they're going to say, well, the cruise is leaving Fort Lauderdale, right? You're kind of thinking Fort Lauderdale, Miami, maybe. You live in Pittsburgh. Okay, well, we got to get you there the day before. That's what a cruise professional, that's what I'd be doing if I were your travel agent, but I'm not a travel agent. But that's what I'd be doing as your travel agent, saying, all right, well, we got to get you there the day before. Let me check the flights. Let me check the hotel rates. I'll make sure I'll get you to a hotel that has a free shuttle from the airport to the hotel, free shuttle from the hotel to the ship. And so you don't have to rent a car. And you've got that 24-hour window of protection in case something screws up with the airlines or what have you. And then on the way out, when you're done the cruise, they might figure, well, I'll get you a flight in the afternoon, like around 1 or 2 in the afternoon. And that way you can leave the ship around 9 or 10 in the morning. You don't have to get off the ship at 7, get up at 5:30 a.m. or anything like that. And you have a relaxed departure. You'll take the shuttle from the ship right to the airport, because I'll book you on that through the cruise line. And then you'll make your flight, no problem. You'll be there hours before you need to be there, and you can relax. Now, that's a travel agent doing everything the way it should be done. Now, I love doing this myself because I can do it myself. I can do it on the internet. I like to book my hotels. I like to book my flights. I like to book my cruises. But that's because I'm a hands-on kind of guy, and I have the want to do it. But if you don't, then you may want to talk to 2 or 3 travel agents. And that's the other tip. Don't settle on one. If you know of one, you've been referred to one, or you find one, go on the internet and look up in your town who's the, what travel agencies specialize in cruising, and then zero in on those guys. And maybe you'll talk to 2 or 3 travel agents. You might be shocked at the various prices that they come up with. You never know. There's a long answer to a short question, because there is no short answer to that question. It can go a ways. Okay, I hope that helped. Let's see here. Other comments. I'm just double checking here. This rum comment from Bob Hollis. Again, you newbies out there, for those of you who've never cruised before, I gotta tell you, I gotta warn you. The cruise line business is becoming like the airline business. They're trying to come up with ways to either nickel and dime us into spending more money, or they're trying to find ways to entice us to spend more money with some kind of promotional deal. And this drink deal he's talking about is a really good example. The server is walking around with the tray, and on the tray is this beautiful some kind of glass, and it might be a glass or a plastic type glass, and it's got the logo of the cruise ship on it. It might have a picture or an image of the ship on it, or something, and it's a one of a kind, unique thing. And what they're doing here is they're trying to get you to order this special welcome drink, welcome to the cruise drink, yeah, and it's $22. Might be 10 for the glass, or $20 for the glass, and $2 or $3 for the drink, or it's a $12 glass and a $10 drink. I mean, it's ridiculous. They don't tell you how much it is, because they don't walk around with price tags. They just charge it to your room. Oh, we'll just charge it to your account. No big deal. And if you're thinking in the back of your mind, well, I got a credit anyway. They gave me a $50 credit, so I'll have this ceremonial drink, and you don't realize how much it is. With tip, 18% added in there, the booze, the glass, you buy for 2 people, kapow! You're into this kind of money. It can be ridiculous. So be mindful of that. And also with regard to drinking on a cruise ship, you can buy drinks individually, or you can, in most cases now, buy a drink card or a unlimited drink card. That's either only alcohol type drinks, or it will be alcohol, wine, and premium drinks, like even the high-end booze. But those can run you $100 a day per person. You must buy two, one for each person in the cabin. You've just added $200 a night to your cruise for 7 nights. That's a $1,400 option that you just bought as a drink package. Be very aware of that. You may also be offered a coffee package where you can buy like 10 cappuccinos or 10 espressos at the espresso bar. Those aren't a bad deal. Those are if you get 10 at a time at like $3.50 a piece or $3 each. Beats the price you'd pay on shore, say at a Starbucks. Or you can buy a soft drink package. If you're just, if one of you is a soft drink drinker like me, you can buy a soft drink package. But again, you got to ask yourself, is it worth the $7, $8, $10, $12, $15 a day for the 7 days? It's a $100 package for this soft drink package. Is it really worth my money? And you've got to do the math. You may be better off paying a la carte for drinks, but just in regular glasses, and avoiding these, these one-offs. And then if you're on a 7-day cruise anyway, you're going to be off the ship 3 days out of the 7. You might be in Jamaica for a day, Grand Cayman for a day, Mexico for a day. You don't know. Well, if you got 2 or 3 or 4 spots to go off the ship for 4 to 6 or 8 hours, you might be doing some alcohol drinking on shore. And now you can pay on-shore prices and not on-ship prices. And so a rum and Coke might run you $3, $3.50, $4 instead of $7, $8, $9, $10 a pop. Same with like a beer. You can buy a beer in a Mexican Senior Frogs $2.50 for a beer, whereas on board $5, $6, $7, $8 a beer. Be careful. Watch for that. Okay. Let's see if we have any more comments here. That was a great one, Bob. I really appreciate that comment. Sherman saying, talk about deck plans. This is a great idea. If you're a newbie and this is your first cruise, you want to know where on the ship you're going to be. And when you're booking the ship, even if you're doing it yourself on say through vacationstogo.com, they give you the 800 number to call. Talk to them and say, it's my first cruise. I don't want to be in a loud room. I'd like to have a balcony, but I don't want to have, racket above me. I don't want to be near the disco. And the cruise, the agent will go to work for you. Say, okay, well, go to they'll help you. They say, go to the deck plans. Here's how you click on the deck plan, because you found me. You're in vacationstogo.com. I'll tell you how to do that. Go to deck 10, 11, 12, and then this agent will go through with you the rooms that they have available that are still open by the cruise line and tell you what the exact pricing is for those exact rooms. And you can then compare that to the price you saw on vacationstogo.com, and then they can help guide you through that. They may say to you, look, if you take this room that's a floor higher, it's $50 more or $20 more a night, $140 more for two of you, but it comes with an extra $100 credit because it's got a special promotion. It's only $40 more, and it's really quiet and it's a nicer room. So you let the agent work with you. You work with the agent. There you go. Okay, so good plan there. Jay Sonic is here. Hey, Bruce, I want to tell you that I now have a girlfriend, and I have unsubscribed to every YouTuber just to be with my baby. This is a long-distance relationship until further notice. Jay Sonic, it's okay. I'm sorry, Bruce. I'm really happy with her. It's okay, Jay Sonic. It's way more fun to play with the girlfriend than to play with me. I mean, I can't help you in that, in that department. Okay, I've got the nice smile and I got the nice personality, but she's live. You can touch her. You can touch her. It's all good, Jay Sonic. No worries. You know where I am. You can always find me. I'm always here. But I hope it works out really well for you. Have some fun. That's fantastic, Jason. That's almost better than a cruise. Almost. Oh, fantastic. Francis Williams. Hi, Bruce. 65 and sunny here in Beaumont, Texas. Francis, welcome to the channel. How's your girlfriend situation doing? Are you good? I'm good. Okay, great. Welcome. Tommy Eaton, does it cost less for lower decks? Also, what's the difference in category A, B, and C? Okay, Tommy, depending on the cruise line, it would be. Generally speaking, lower decks are cheaper than higher decks, because the cruise companies have come up with these novel ways of trying to make more money. They offer the big advertisement on the internet or wherever you see the ad, and you see these $4.99 Caribbean cruise deals. Yeah. Inside room, level 4, beside the freight elevator. Yeah, $4.99. Then you got the ocean view, and then you go a little higher, and a couple floors up, the balconies start, because that's kind of where the lifeboats were on deck 7. Now deck 8, 9 is where the balconies are, and they go up until deck 13, 14, 15. And then from there, you've got the high-end penthouse units, either at the very front of the ship or the very back. So yeah, the higher the decks, the more they cost. The closer to the spas, sometimes more. The larger the balcony, the more. The larger the room, obviously, the more. The cabins at the very back of the ship have the what are called aft-facing decks. Well, your deck just looking out at the back of the ship, watching the water disappear behind you. They cost more. They're just preferred. And they cost more. So yes, decks are different prices depending on the deck level and whatnot. What you're looking for on booking, like you talked about talking to a travel agent, they know all this stuff. They should. And then vacations to go, you'll see, the so-called pricing per category. But to warn you, to be fair to you, and to be fair to vacations to go, and any site, like if you talk Costco.com, or if you're talking these other online booking services that are out there, they'll all quote you the lowest price per category, because they have to. That's where things start. But you have to know, I could be looking at a balcony for $6.99, but in reality, the balcony I ultimately want might be $100 more for the whole cruise, which is like $14-15 more per night. You get a little more, you pay a little more. But some cruise lines, again, some cruises, they'll have that starting price that just got you all excited. It was like $5.99, and then by the time you found the cabin you wanted, it was like $9.99. Well, now all bets are off. Look at another cruise. Keep shopping. Don't be discouraged. Keep shopping. And it might be another ship. It might be another itinerary. It might be another cruise line. You may find that $6.99 deal or that $5.49 deal on ship right over here. Bigger room, higher floor, location you want, at the price you want to pay. So shop around. That's what it's all about. And travel agents can help you with that too. The difference in category A, B, and C. This will be basically amenities in the room. It might be one category might be for 2 people only. Another category might be 2 people but has a pull-out couch. It might be 2 single beds or bed you can put together with a fold-down cot from the ceiling for a 3rd passenger, and another one over here for a 4th. That's the different categories. Some of the rooms have adjoining cabin privileges. They have a door in between the cabins. So mom and dad are here, the 2 kids are over there, or mom and dad and one of the kids and 3 of the kids are over here. All depends, So you have adjoining those are another class and category of room. You want a room that doesn't have an adjoining door. If it's just the 2 of you, if it's 2 of you only, I keep forgetting. If it's me and my wife, just the 2 of us, we don't want a room with a door in between us and the next cabin, because I can hear the sounds from the next cabin, because there's only a door separating us now. I don't want that, right? So I want a cabin that can't be accessed from the other side. That means I have a little more insulation, hopefully a little more privacy. Okay. Kelly is here. Kelly Stanovich. Hi, Bruce. Partly sunny and in the 40s. Not too bad. I'm getting so excited to go on my cruise. 3 weeks and counting. It's coming, Kelly. It's coming. Hang on. Sylvan Forrest. All right, everyone. Show Bruce some appreciation by clicking that thumbs up, like button. Just a suggestion. Thank you, Sylvan. Please give me thumbs ups, folks. We'll take all we can get. Debbie Emanuel is saying, good luck, Jay Sonic. Tommy Eaton saying, great idea. Thumbs up for traveling with Bruce. Gayleen Davidson. Hi, Bruce. Sunny 4 in Summerland. How are you? Welcome back, Gayleen. George McCrower is here today telling me it's 68 Fahrenheit, sunny, lake wind advisory in the Villages. You guys are getting windy, and then it's going down tonight. So there's something blowing through there. Hopefully it's very, very temporary. Jay Sonic saying thanks, Debo. Jay Sonic Hedgehog or Debbie. Bob Hollis. Yep, Bruce, we got sucked in the first time on Carnival. I think he's talking about this drink. It was a nice Tevis tumbler. Thought that in itself was worth the $10. Saw my charge that night on the TV. Holy cow. Yeah, like not good, right? Not good. Yeah, these little promotions, you've got to really be on your toes. You're mentioning it was Carnival. Here's a line that is known, and they promote themselves as the fun cruise ship, the value-oriented cruise ship. You can get a cruise for a cheap price. Have a great time on Carnival. Yeah, except for the add-ons like this. And if they sneak it by you, that's nasty. That's nasty. I don't like it. I don't like it. Tommy Eaton saying, going to bring my Cokes. Not paying that kind of price. I'll grab a cocktail in Nassau. There you go. Elizabeth Breen, a cruise can be very overwhelming. Noise canceling headphones are a lifesaver for people that can be overwhelmed by all the stimulation. My daughter uses them. Elizabeth, you're dead on, right on there. If you're on the deck, where the pool deck is, and you hear the music pounding away, and they've got their big TV up there, the big movie projector, and it's got maybe the movie's playing, and that's the sound you're hearing, and kids are running around and squealing and having a great old time. Bring yourself some nice quality headphones. Plug in your device into the phone and listen to your own music and just chillax. That's a great way to go. Or depending on the cruise line, if you're on, say, Princess, or you're on Norwegian, or depending on the line, there are some areas of the ship that are called adult sanctuaries, where it's adults only. Now, if you're in a position to be able to get away as an adult, both of you, because you don't have children on board, or you can offload those kids, and they're running around on the water slides, and they're having fun on the whatever, and the eldest is in charge of those youngins. You can bribe the elder. If you can get that 3 or 4 hour window of quiet on a sea day, then you head for an adult sanctuary. You pay the extra $20-$30 for the whole day and just hang out there. The kids can't bother you. No one else's kids can bother you. Worth it. Anyway, just a thought. George McCrower, in selecting cabin location, avoid location beneath the kids club, dance or exercise room. Screwed that up once. Love those kids jumping at 11:30 p.m. Yeah, I just noticed too, George, and everyone else. I just noticed some advertising that's just now hitting the websites. Royal Caribbean is now bragging about this new feature that they're adding to their some of the cruise ships, especially on their rebuilds, on these dry dock rebuilds. They're not only adding the enhanced water features, the mega slide, 3 or 4 tubes now instead of 1 or 2. It can handle 3 or 4 kids at a time on these things. But they're now adding trampolines. Now, trampolines themselves they're noisy-ish, I guess, but it's not the trampoline that makes the noise. It's the trampoliner in their screams of delight. That's the noise. And you want to be away from that area of the ship. You don't want to be the room just under that deck up there where all this is happening, because the screaming is going on, and the one kid falls and hurts themselves. Yeah, you don't want to be there. I'm just telling you. Just thoughts. Jay Sonic, thanks, Bruce. All right, Jay Sonic, you take it easy. Sherman Mercer, congrats, Jay Sonic. Jay Sonic, thumbs ups. John Johnson, if you are into views from your balcony and opt for a 10, 11, 12, 14th floor balcony, beware of how close you are to being directly below the pool, hot tub, kiddie pool. This is a really good point. I did this on the Epic, the Norwegian Epic. My wife and I grabbed a balcony, and I wanted to book a higher up balcony because I wanted to see the views. And we looked at the deck plan very carefully, knowing that only a floor higher was the deck, the upper deck. The good news was that we weren't anywhere near a noisy part of the ship. We were not near the nightclub. Like, the disco wasn't right above us, so it wouldn't be going till 1 a.m. We weren't near the kids club and that kind of thing. But I really paid attention to the deck plan before I picked that cabin. And That's how I did it. Now, higher up than that, I could have gone into the Haven, but the Haven, instead of being, say, what, $650, $700 for the week, would have been $1,400, double the price each. And that wasn't in our wheelhouse, so we couldn't do that. But had we had that kind of money, we now would have been above all the noisy decks. We would have been on deck 17, 16, way up there in a select area of the ship, more towards the front. And you get what you pay for, and those folks are paying for exclusivity, larger cabins, access to their own pool area up there, their own hot tub area. They had their own little restaurant thing and concierge butler service for some cases. I mean, they got more, but they paid a lot more. Okay. Mike Hamilton, hi Bruce. I'm in Daytona for Bike Week 70s. That's 2 in Daytona. Welcome, Daytona Beach. Mad Chicken Man, what's your view on communism? Oh, man, you better behave yourself, Mad Chicken Man. You could get barred. Jay Sonic Hedgehog, thank you, Sherman. Sylvia's here saying, Bruce, 41, snowed all day today. Work from home, Greensboro, North Carolina. Oh, man, that's unbelievable. It must be winter. I mean, my goodness. Sylvia, just chillax, stay at home, get your work done, and then enjoy something relaxing and refreshing. Marsha Morris, excited for my first cruise this Saturday. Marsha, where are you going? Royal Caribbean, she's saying, nervous and excited. Oh, I remember my first cruise and how excited I was about doing the countdown for the last week. Was excruciating, but it got faster and faster and faster. Fantastic, Marsha. I'm excited for you. That's great. I hope you have a really good time. Lisa Gruton is here. Hi, Bruce, 43 in Rhode Island. Waiting for 12 to 18 inches of snow. It's all yours. You're welcome. I don't want it. I've had enough here. Oh, I'm sorry to hear this, Lisa, but, stay indoors and watch me on TV or on your computer. What can I say? Welcome to the channel and hang in there. Scott Batchley, also be aware, the higher up you go, you will feel the motion of the ocean more. If you have problems to stay in the lower deck, this is the thing about this picking a cabin on the right cruise. You do have to understand that logistics and and mathematics come into play. The ship is here and you're here on top of this. So if the ship is doing this and you're on an outside cabin, it'll be amplified. Of course, the ships have stabilizers to negate that dramatically, really negate that. But there are waves that they'll go through from time. I'm moving way too fast in reality. If you've seen any videos of people who've been on cruise ships, even in storms, you'll see the ship slowly moving because you're talking about 1,000 feet of distance that is going through a wave pattern. And same thing here, side to side. With the stabilizers, it's greatly diminished. But he's right. There is motion. You have to be aware of that. Now, if you get out of the cabin, go for a walk, go inside to the middle of the ship. There's a concourse there. You're walking in the middle towards the middle of the ship. In the middle of the ship, there's that sweet spot. Now you're in that one pivot point in the middle of the ship right here where the ship is doing this and you're not, and it's doing that and you're not. But you can only stand there for so long. But if you can find a bar down there, have a seat and enjoy a drink and some ginger ale to keep the ginger going for seasickness, or use the medication that you can buy on board, you'll be fine. Very rare that you have to have it, but it can happen. But it's the North Atlantic in the middle of the winter. Yeah, there could be storms. If it's New York and there's a nor'easter coming, yeah, there's storms. If you're in the Caribbean in March, pretty calm weather in March, chances of you running into something nasty are pretty rare. And the captain also knows how to avoid it as well. They will try to avoid it. Let's see here. The overdate was flamboyant. Chicken Man, I'm not sure about you. Nikki, on a 14-day cruise, how many formal, elegant nights should I expect? Okay. 30 years ago, 2 to 3 a week, at least 2 a week. Mandatory formal nights. But nowadays, the formal nights are way lower than they used to be. But there are folks who want to dress up for it, and I say God bless them. I would guess 2 a week would be typical. You might have 3 or 4 in a 14-day cruise that they would call formal night, and that's where they would request that the men at least wear a jacket. You could wear a polo shirt like this with a jacket over it. But nowadays, they're relaxing it even more. The standards from the cruise lines have come down, depending on the cruise line, and I would probably direct you to the website of the cruise line itself. Check, like let's say going on Norwegian or on, Holland America. Go to their website and look into issues called the frequently asked questions. You'll find something about formal nights, and then you'll find their kind of the dress code or suggested dress code for that evening. If you find that you're not up to it, you don't feel well that day, it's formal night, and you're just not up to it, and you were thinking of going to the dining room, but now you don't want to get all dressed up because you're not sure if you're going to eat all that much, then stay casual and head for the buffet and just eat at the buffet, or, order room service in your room and just stay in your room and avoid it. Just, play that if it's too much. Okay. Sylvia saying saw our Fenwick Life, and they talked about their cruise on MSC Seaside. If you get a chance, watch. Okay. So on our Fenwick Life, that's another YouTube site. That's what you're talking about. So another YouTube channel. They were on the seaside. Be interesting to watch. Lisa Gerton is here. I'm leaving Saturday to get on the Oasis this Sunday. I'm bringing my ginger ale. Yeah, bring it along. Put it in your suitcase. Enjoy. Fantastic. That'll be a great time. I'm looking forward to hearing back from you when you return. Let us know what it's like. Tommy Eaton. Oh crap! Wife booked an adjoining cabin on Empress Deck on the Elation, I guess because of my walker. Okay, not the end of the world, but let us know how it works out. We'll see, Tommy, what gives. Plan on having a great time anyway. I'm sure you will. It'll be great. Kelly Stoyanovich, as a registered nurse, we got the most injuries during the spring and summer, mostly broken arms, legs, or feet, all from falling off trampolines. You see? Yeah, those kids, they get hurt, and now they're going to put them on. They're going to put them on Royal Caribbean cruise lines. So it's some kind of enclosed facility of some kind. But yeah, guess what's coming? Kelly went on to say, "I'm surprised that the cruise lines want to take that on. I would think that it would be a liability for sure. They'll make the parents all sign a waiver. What a way to end a cruise through your kid falls." And Kelly, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this too. I think on some of the images I've seen so far, again, they're just computer enhanced photos because I'm not sure if there's a ship even built with it on yet, but they're building them now, installing them. I had a peek at a photo that it looks to me like the kids are wearing some kind of a harness, and they've got some kind of a wire, and they're hooked up to some pulley system, and they're jumping around inside this enclosed thing with lighting and music and whatever. And again, I would warn anyone not to book a cabin near that, because if you don't hear the screaming of the kids, who are probably going to have a blast, you're going to hear the noise that the darn music is making from all these special effects. So I think on what you're talking about, Kelly, where the kids might have broken bones and whatnot, I don't think we're going to run into that issue with respect to a typical trampoline with no protection, right? It's just out there on the yard and they're jumping and down they go. Where here, you can't jump in the trampoline unless you're harnessed in and roped in on some kind of a wire system of some kind. This is my take on it. So we'll see. The videos will be out eventually. We'll see what it's about. And if it's a disaster for the cruise lines, they'll adios those quick. Believe me, they'll find a way to eliminate them. But we'll have to see what's going on. Debbie Emanuel saying, "Congrats, Marcia. You're going to have a great time." Sylvia saying finished working, glass of wine now. There you go. That's right. Scott Batchley, personally, I enjoy the motion of the ocean. Free digestion, always hungry. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. I think we've got. I think we're going to have a little departure here. Let me just see here what we have. Yeah, here we go. Pardon me, folks. One moment. There we are. Okay. let's see, other comments coming. Charlie Baum, hi, Bruce. The trampolines have safety lines. Thanks, Charlie. That's just what I was kind of remembering. Charles Jordan, just a moment, folks. I'm going to pop back in here. Charles Jordan, it was reported on the Oasis that when we sailed back in June 17, that the photographers would not take your picture on formal night unless you were dressed up. Right. And yeah, this, yeah, the photographers on the ship. There was a time in the 40s, the 50s, 60s, where, having your photo taken by the photographer was a novelty, a real novelty, because to buy your own camera, you could buy a cheap Kodak Brownie or whatever kind of camera. But in order to take a photo with you in a suit and your wife in a lovely evening gown on formal night, you wouldn't hand a stranger a small little camera and try to take a quality photo. The photographer would have the lighting right there. They'd have a high-end camera with the beautiful film resolution and the training to get the photo just right. And then they would develop it for you, and then you could buy these $10, $20, $30 photos that were works of art that you would take home and frame and have hanging on your living room wall for years, decades. That was the thing about ship photography up until 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Because in the 80s and 90s and now 2000s, guess what? First of all, cameras got better when the 35 millimeter cameras got better. Then they got replaced by the digital cameras and video cameras and all that stuff. And now our telephones do all the work. I mean, our telephones take 4K photographs of ourselves, and you can hand a phone to a stranger and have a couple's photo taken, and chances are it'll come out pretty good. And you can look at it right away to see if it came out okay, and if it didn't, you take another one right now. The poor ship photographer is getting nudged out of the photography business more and more and more. Now, having said that, if I was dressed out in a tux and my wife was wearing a wonderful evening gown, I'd want a professional to take a photo of us, especially if we've pre-discussed this as a couple. We've already decided, yeah, tonight we're going to get all dolled up and we're going to have a professional take a photo of us on this beautiful ship with a beautiful backdrop behind us. And we're going to order a couple of sets of these as our personal memento of this cruise. Great. And it's interesting that what you're saying here about how the photographer is saying, unless you're dressed up, we're not going to take a photo of you. One, I'm kind of thinking that the photographer is maybe using it as a reverse psychological ploy to try to say, well, if you want me to take a photo of you, you better get dressed up. Otherwise, I won't do it. Well, if I'm in my schleppy shorts and I'm wearing a T-shirt, Death to Disco T-shirt, do I want my photo taken for $30? I don't think so. But then again, if I'm wearing Death to Disco, maybe I'm that kind of a crazy guy that I want to do it. I don't know why that just popped in there. So I don't know. The photographer is taking fewer photos now of willing participants than before. How about that? I think in the 50s and the 60s, yeah, couples got their photos taken and they had a few. They bought a few. Today, people are going, I don't want a photo taken. Don't take my photograph. Unless I specifically tell you, don't bother me. I don't want to do it. Don't know. Charles Jordan, has anyone else heard of this happening on the cruise ships? Charles, on the being formal. I don't know about the photos. Judy Ann says, woo, 1 month till my 13-day transatlantic cruise to England, 68 degrees in Sacramento. Fantastic, Judy. That is going to be awesome. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Sherman Mercer, next tip, watch packing videos. We had twice as many clothes as we needed on our first cruise. Now we pack for a 7-day cruise in a small carry-on bag. And that is really good. Good advice, sound advice, practical advice, because boy, can you ever overpack. You can really overpack on a cruise easily. And there's just no need for it. Good advice. Check out some of the YouTube videos out there. They'll tell you how to do it. Tommy Eaton, have a great time. Judy, everyone's wishing you the best. Debbie Manuel, I did hear perfect packing tip for our first timers. Said, pack your bags, close them, then open them up and take half the stuff out. And keep in mind, folks, if you're packing at home and then you're flying to a destination, you get there the day before the cruise, to the port city, and now you want to buy some wine to take on board, and you want to buy some energy drinks or some cola or whatever you want to bring on board. You want to stuff that in your luggage. You better have not overpacked that luggage already, because you're in big trouble now. You've overpacked your luggage, and where are you going to put this stuff? And now you're not going to save 150, 200 bucks on your couple bottles of wine and some pop. Just keep that in mind. Crash 3X is here. Hi, I'm saying hi. How you doing, Crash 3X from Ottawa, Ontario? Debbie Manuel, next cruise is Alaska, so not sure how well I can do it for that cruise. Bob Hollis, I normally don't take a hat. Will buy one at first port, though. Yeah, if you're going on a warm cruise with sunshine, take hats. Pack hats. Yes, women too. Absolutely. Good advice, Debbie, on the Alaska. Crash 3X, Teresa M does a spreadsheet of each day's outfit so she can see exactly what to wear and when. Yeah, you can write it out and figure out what you're doing. If you know that you've got 3 shore excursions coming up, you're going to need walking shoes, so make sure you have those. You probably wear them on board, be the best way to go. And make sure you have what's appropriate for the stops that you're taking. Right? If it's Alaska, you're going to take sweatshirts. You might take a hoodie. It's cool in the evening. I mean, it'll be in the 50s. The ship's moving at 20 knots. Going for a little walk outside? Be careful. It's not 85 degrees on the water. Not on the Northern Pacific. Not a chance. Chevy in first. Hi, everyone. Great tip, Bob. She's saying. Mary Dubia's here. Packing cubes is my way to go when it comes to packing. Packing cubes. There's videos on that. Double check that too, folks. Yeah, you can really make it work. Another tip I would say for a first-time cruiser is the first day. The first day needs take on board a carry-on, and I'd recommend it has wheels. Make it one of your small suitcases with wheels. Drag it along, roll it along. And in that bag, in that carry-on bag, is everything you need for the first 24 hours on board that ship, just in case your bags don't get to your room until late at night, just in case. So pack your bathing trunks in your carry-on, your carry-on bag. Your medications, you need all your meds, have them in there, every med, all your valuables, your cameras, your jewelry, everything that's going to go into the safe, into the room safe, in the carry-on, you're with it all the time. You get on board the ship, once you're on board, go right to your cabin. Just head right to your cabin. Find it, get in there. Even if the steward is still making up your room, don't worry about it. You can go in there, put your valuables in your vault right now. Open that carry-on and put your valuables in that vault. And now you don't have to walk around the ship anymore with your wallet anymore. You don't have to walk around with all of your ID. You've got your card, your room card, or a wristband. That's all you need now to charge anything you want on board the ship. You don't need necessarily cash. You might have 5 $1 bills on you for tip money, fine, but you don't need anything else. And just leave everything else in the bag, in that carry-on bag, and leave that in the bathroom. It's out of the way, or just tuck it under the bed, and then the room steward will take care of the rest of your unpacking. By the time you come back to the room a couple hours later, your bag should be waiting for you in the hallway. The room will be made up, and now you can bring everything in and unpack. But that carry-on bag, make sure that carry-on bag has everything you need. Okay. We had a super chat. This is the first one in 3 days. Thank you. This is fantastic. What do we got here? Debbie Manuel. Again, thank you, Debbie, yet again. Matt saying, is it already that time? Wow, that time is running away today. Hi, Bruce. How you doing? Sean Johnson saying, we use those cubes that you can vacuum the extra air out of. Funny thing about that, it's never as easy packing to come home. It's harder, very harder. USC badge from Debbie Manuel. You got it. I've got a USC badge. I have a UCLA. I got a USC. You got a USC badge. You betcha. Thank you, Debbie, for that donation. I really appreciate it. Fantastic. Anybody want a medallion? Just send me $10 on the thing. You get one you want. Check my list. If you want to see the list right now, you have to check my latest upload I did on Saturday, my live stream. In the description, I have a list of all the teams Pick anyone you want, or take your time. Let me know tonight which one you want if you want to order one. Richard Koromaski, we always overpack because you don't know what you need on the cruise. It's true. That's true. Samantha Farmer, let's see, what is the absolute cheapest full cost per day total do you think for a cruise with not paying for anything extra, just with what comes with it? Maybe $30 a day. So what is the absolute cheapest full cost per day for a cruise with not paying for anything extra? Just so like the cheapest cruise of cruises, like the cheapest. If you took a Palma-Tour cruise, that's a 3.5-star line. I think Royal Caribbean owns Palma-Tour. Palma-Tour, Pullmateur, something like that. They're operating kind of a quasi ferry / cruise line, and they'll offer cruises in the Caribbean. I think I've seen it across the ocean repositioning, and then in the Mediterranean, and I've seen them in the 20s and 30s a night. But I think you're talking about an inside room on a smaller vessel with very basic amenities. Go to vacationstogo.com and look up a Palma-Tour cruising. You'll find them there. They'll list all the cruises they have, and you can see the pricing that they've got there. Bob Hollis, more like about 50 a day. Bob, you're right. If we're talking about Sean Johnson too, 50 to 60 bucks a day. Carnival, 50 to 60 bucks inside room. Sometimes Norwegian for an inside room that low. Hard to find a lot of cruises under 50, but I would say in the $60, $70 range, everybody. $60, $70, $80 a day, everybody with the inside rooms, depending on how far you book out, when you're booking. If you're booking that first 2 weeks of January, Caribbean, you'll find all kinds of deals in the 50s, 60s a night. If you're booking around Thanksgiving, like just before U.S. Thanksgiving or after U.S. Thanksgiving, again, Caribbean, you may find some real cheap cruising prices there. Richard Koromaski, if you can spend $75 per person per day, that is doing good. And I agree, Richard, because I think you're including tips, because that's what I'd be doing, and taxes and fees. So if you're 70, 75 a day, all in, that's the deal of deals. On the Palma-Tour, all in, 40, 45 might be the cheapest. I'd equate that to like being in university, college, and traveling, kind of in hostels. Like you're in a very basic cabin, fold down cots, that type of thing. So look into it, but that's probably the cheapest you're going to find. Marcia Morris, great advice, guys. Thank you, Marcia. That's what we do. You found their channel. Now you know why are they coming here. This is what we're doing. Please subscribe. Anyone who's watching, please subscribe if you haven't, and give us thumbs ups today, people. We'd love to get them. Samantha Farmer, all costs included. Like I said, Samantha, we're talking about, tips and port charges and your room rate, inside rooms. You're probably looking in the 50s, high 50s, but probably 60s for most major cruise lines. But sometimes you find the killer deals. I mean, crazy prices on some of these low weeks of the year where the cruise ship is dying to get rid of 15 inside rooms, and they're offering them at $35 a night plus tips plus port charges. You're at $50 a night all in. It can be done, but it might be a week here, and then it might be a week over there, and it might be a week over there. It probably won't be consecutive 5 or 6 or 7 in a row, nothing like that. Tommy Eaton, where on the elation will they punch a hole in my sale card if I bring a lanyard? Where on the elation? Does anyone know that? I don't know. Does anyone know that? They can answer that for Tommy. Marcia saying thanks, Debbie. Bob Hollis, Tommy, the last carnival we were on, card was already punched. If not, go to the casino. Okay, there you go. Samantha, Tommy, usually the casino. Here you go. There's your answer. Debbie, Tommy, all staff will direct you to where to get the card punched. Matt, you're spot on there with glorified yacht. Yacht, Matt says, yeah. Glorified yacht. Yeah. Tommy Eaton and Samantha. Debbie Manuel saying Norwegian did it in camera department. Debbie Manuel said Norwegian did it in the camera department. Oh, okay. Elizabeth, just so you know, if wanting a wedding ceremony on a cruise ship, don't get your hopes up. It's way more money when you actually call and speak to them. ship size, and the month comes into effect big time. Yeah, it does. But then again, onshore weddings can be, oh my God, unthinkable money. Unthinkable money. I say elope. Just elope. But yeah, weddings on a ship, depending on what kind of wedding you want and how many bells and whistles you want, they got the bells and whistles. But you will pay. You will pay. Let's see here. Matt is saying, go to guest services. They always have a hole puncher. And then Charlie Baum is saying, at customer service. So there you go. So that's where you can get those cards punched. What was I going to bring up today? One more thing. Oh, I have a skill testing question for you guys. A little trivia for you today. I thought I'd throw in a little trivia question. And we'll see how you guys do with this one today. I had so much fun on Saturday with cruise ship trivia. That was a lot of fun. I got one here for you. Tommy Eaton saying, just go to the justice of the peace. Be done with it. Yeah. Good luck selling that to the bride and the bride's mother. Good luck. Here's your skill testing question. Type in the answer, as many as you want, to this question. And I'm going to read it, and I'm going to give you an immediate caveat. Okay, first of all, I want to know the most popular countries. In other words, yeah, the most popular countries. Royal Caribbean and Celebrity have cruise ships that circle the world, visit everywhere. I want to know the top 10 countries that they visit the most. All right. But number 6, I'm not going to make you answer because it's called Netherlands Antilles. And I call that a trick deal because that's Netherlands territory, and I didn't want to make that a separate country. So there are 10 answers to this question. What are the 10 most visited countries that Royal Caribbean and Celebrity combined visit on an annual basis? And you'll know the first few right off the bat, but you might not get all 10. So fire away, folks, and I'll tell you as the answers come through which ones we have and how many we still need. And we'll go from there. We'll see how this goes. Now, let me just check some more messages. Peter Heckema, we always pack a fold-up suitcase inside our main bag just in case we go on a shopping spree. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's called smart packing. Bob Hollis, also hidden treat. Carnival will give you a deck of cards if you ask at guest services. Don't buy a deck. They'll give you a deck. There you go. Charles Jordan, $71.80 per night, per person, per room on the Oasis. That is not counting taxes and gratuities. This was for the V6 larger interior stateroom on deck 8. Yeah, you can get a better deal than that on other ships, but that's not a bad deal. Randy Lucas, guest services will punch it. Tommy Eaton, great idea. Thanks, Bob. Matt, Spain. Yes, Spain's on the list. That was number 7. Richard Kormaski, Italy, number 4. Italy is the number 4 most visited country by cruise ships from Royal Caribbean and Celebrity. Debbie Manuel saying dang. Tommy Eaton, Italy, we already got Italy. Sonny Wallace, Greece. Correct. Number 5 is Greece. We still have 7 to go. What are the most visited countries by Royal Caribbean and Celebrity cruise ships around the world? Let's see. Bob O, USA. Oh, yeah. You're number 1, Bobby. Number 1, of course. So many cruises start in the U.S., end in the U.S. Duh, right? Way to go. Randy Lucas, how much is a divorce on a ship? Asking for a friend. Randy, the answer is Vegas. What happens in Vegas happens in Vegas. Tommy Eaton is saying Portugal. I'm saying nope, not on the list. Not in the top 10. It is a heavily visited port or country, not on the top 10. Samantha Farmer, North Korea or Iran? Laughing out loud. Yuckity-doo. Sherman Mercer, Mexico. You got it. Number 6 is Mexico. Let's see. Matt, Haiti. Correct. Number 8 is Haiti because of the Labadee, their private resort. Exactly. Randy's getting a thumbs up. Bobo saying, way to go, Randy. Head to Vegas, Randy. Oh my goodness. We still need 1, 2, 3, 4 more countries. We need the number 2 country. We need the number 3 country. We need the number 9 and the number 10 most visited by Royal Caribbean, or celebrity, or celebrity. Tommy Eaton is guessing the Bahamas. You just got number 3 there. Now we're looking for number 2, 9, and 10. Jamaica. Gayleen Davidson is asking, questioning, guessing, and it is not in the top 10. It's probably in the top 15, but not in the top 10. Bob Hollis, if you get married on a cruise ship and divorced in Alabama, are you still cousins? No comment, just a giggle. No comment. Richard Koromaski, Canada. No, sir. Canada does not make the top 10. Matt is asking, is it France? No, not in the top 10, not France. Peter Heckham on Nassau, that would be the Bahamas, and we've got it. We've got the Bahamas. Tommy Eaton, Dominican Republic. No, sir, not in the top 10. I chose this one because you'll be surprised at one of these answers, I think. S. Swan, Jamaica. Nope. Wes Morrison, Barbados. No, not Barbados. We're looking for number 2, number 9, and number 10. Who are we going with? Richard Kormaski is asking Panama, suggesting. No, not Panama. Not Panama, not Barbados, not Jamaica, not Dominican Republic. Sonny Wallace, Japan. No, not Japan. Nikki, Cuba. Nope. Tommy Eaton, the UK. No, not the UK. Gayleen Davidson, Saint Martin. You'd think it would be, but it isn't. It's not one of the top 10. It's in the top 20, but it's not in the top 10. Japan is not there. Debbie Emmanuel got one. Australia. That is number 9. Now, if you get Australia, you're going to get number 10. I mean, there's a hint for you guys. If you get Australia, it's not Aruba. Debbie, what is the question? The most visited countries that cruise ships from Royal Caribbean and Celebrity visit in the year. The top 10. We have all but 2. Bob, good one. Samantha, you love Cayman Island. No, not the Cayman Islands. Sorry, Samantha, it's not the Cayman Islands. Farah is saying Russia. I'm saying no. S. Swan, Africa. Nope. Bob Hollis, Mexico. We already got it. Richard got it. New Zealand is number 10, leaving us one country to guess, folks. Everyone hit New Zealand, by the way. Tom Eaton hit Bermuda. Matt had New Zealand. Sonny, Debbie Emmanuel, Deb Boys, New Zealand, and Kelly had Australia. Okay, we got the 9 and the 10. Here are the countries, except for the number 2 country. The countries that are most visited so far that you got right. Number 1, the USA. Number 3, the Bahamas. Number 4, Italy. Number 5, Greece. 6, Mexico. 7, Spain. 8, Haiti. 9, Australia. 10, New Zealand. What country is number 2? The most visited country by Royal Caribbean and or celebrity cruise ships. Let's see if anyone can get it. Littlefoot Media 1. Canada? No, not Canada. Bob, he's going for Creston, BC. Nice guess, but no, we have the Kootenay Lake. We have the Kootenay Lake here. No cruise ships on the Kootenay Lake. No, Debbie saying France. Had that guess. No. Bob saying China. Nope. Belinda, Fiji. No. Richard Kormaski, England. Nope, not the UK, not England. Nope. Bob Hollis, U.S. Virgin Islands. No, sir. Not number 2 or number 2. Tommy Eaton is asking Brazil. No, it's not Brazil. Wes Morrison asking Fiji. Nope. Haven't got it yet. And when you find out, you'll go, oh, yeah. China. Charlie Baum saying China. Nope, it's not China. Belgium, Matt's asking. Good guess. No, not Belgium. Elizabeth Breen, guest services will punch it also. That's true. What do we got? Sunny Wall, Sweden. Good guess. Wrong. No. Singapore. No, it's not Singapore. These are very popular countries as well, but they just didn't make the top 10. Let's see if we have any others trying here. Tommy Eaton, Switzerland. Yes, the landlocked country of Switzerland. No, that's not going to do it for you. Richard Kormaski's thinking Vietnam. You know, they're coming up. Nope, not Vietnam. They're coming up the scale, though. Iceland, Debbie is thinking. No, it's not Iceland. No. There are cruises that will take you to Reykjavik. Yep, but not yet. Not Iceland, not in the top 10. Farah Michelle is asking somewhere in South America. Anthony Does Gaming is saying Alaska. Charlie Baum, Canada. Debbie, Brazil. Nikki, Copenhagen. Anthony Does Gaming, Alaska. Bobby, good guess, Tommy. Anthony Does Gaming, Alaska. Debbie Emmanuel, Ireland. China from Gayleen. Tommy saying Canada. Wes is saying Cuba. You're all wrong. No. Oh, Samantha Farmer, United Arab Emirates. That's a good guess, but that's not it either. No. Charles Jordan, South Africa? Nope, not South Africa. Place I'd like to visit, but it's not South Africa. Soulful of Music, Panama, because he's thinking the Panama Canal. Nope, it's not Panama, believe it or not. Matt, Puerto Rico, not a country. It's the United States. That's U.S. territory. Although it's run as a third world country these days, it is the U.S. Deborah Howe, New Zealand? Nope, not New Zealand. We had New Zealand. It's number 10. Richard Kormansky's guessing France, and it wasn't in the top 10. Nope. Bermuda from Sonny Wallace. Nope, not Bermuda. Sorry. Let's see. Spain from Galen. Spain has already been knocked off. That was number 7. So it's not Spain. And I'm gonna have to tell you what it is. I'm gonna have to tell you the number 2 most visited country, Japan. Mary T saying Japan. Gotta be Japan. Gotta be it again. It isn't. Matt, Malaysia. No, it's not Malaysia. Yeah, Kuala Lumpur and. Nope. We give up. Someone's saying Italy from Deb. No. Heather Young. Hi, everyone. Snow finally melted in Kentucky. Reached 60 today. Heather, welcome, Heather. Tommy Eaton's given up. Let's see if anyone has any more guesses. I think, folks, you're giving up. Okay, here's the list again. Okay, number 1, USA. Number 3, the Bahamas. Italy, number 4. Greece, number 5. Mexico, number 6. Spain, number 7. Haiti, number 8. Australia, New Zealand make up number 9 and 10. Netherlands Antilles actually are number 6, but I didn't make you guess that one because that's part of the Netherlands, and that's not fair. Hint, they want hints. Brazil, Germany, Israel, hint. Thailand, China, they're looking for hints. I'm not going to give you a hint. I'm just going to tell you the answer. I'm just going to tell you the answer, folks. Are you ready for the answer? Are you ready for this? Number 2 country visited by celebrity and Royal Caribbean, Ecuador, the Galapagos Islands. All those cruises to the Galapagos, which are expensive as get up. They're really expensive. Ecuador, number 2 visited country by Royal Caribbean and celebrity. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it when I saw that. Unbelievable, huh? Bobo was saying. 20 days back to back to back. Michelle Lucas, you're getting there. 20 days away. Samantha Farmer, wow, would never have guessed. Me neither. I would never have gotten it. I would never have gotten that one, and I would never have gotten Netherlands Antilles because come on, Netherlands Antilles. Geez, give me a break. No one can guess number 2 on that one. It was South America. Ecuador. Coworker just went there. Richard Kormansky said. How about that? See. Bob Hollis saying, gotta go, Bruce. Dinner waiting. Enjoyed it. Thanks, Bob, for popping by. Have a great night. We're getting ready to shut down here soon too. That explains their new ship, Celebrity Flora. Thanks, man. Do you have to book way in advance for that cruise to the Galapagos? Yes and no. Vacations2go.com will list all the dates that the cruises are available. And, there's some that are like a couple months away and you can still book them. But you might have very restricted cabins to choose from. But it's not cheap. It's expensive. But yeah, that's the way that goes. Anyway, folks, there you go. There's your little skill testing question today. I'm going to say thanks to everybody for popping in. I hope you guys were able to give me thumbs ups today. 38 so far came in. 1 thumbs down, my usual. Whoever that is. Thanks for the 38 thumbs ups today. I really appreciate it. Thanks for the $10 super chat today. Got us $10 super chat. Still alive. I'll be on again tomorrow at 5 and 8. I'm on twice tomorrow. 2 for Tuesday tomorrow. And we had some great suggestions today for new cruisers, top 10 tips for new cruisers by the viewers. We had some really good ones today. I really appreciate that. That was really good. So Matt the Farmer said, we need to get Vacations to Go to pay you. Yeah, that's right. Sonny Walls, thanks. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah, I think it was a good show. I want to say thank you for everyone coming by. I hope those of you caught the show halfway through, go watch the first half on the rerun. Those of you who are new to the channel, I hope you're enjoying it. Please subscribe if you want to. There's a button here. There's a button here. Please become a subscriber. Want to keep adding to the subscription numbers. We're at 1,305 last I looked before the show started, and it was fantastic. Thanks for the thumbs ups again, folks. Let me just see if I secured any more. 44. I just got 6 more thumbs ups. Thanks, you guys. Fantastic. We got a nice little count going there. That's helping the computers, the analytics in the YouTube system register activity on the channel. Fantastic. Send me a comment anytime you want, folks. Any questions you have on cruising, let me know. be happy to answer it. So this is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce saying good night from Creston, British Columbia. Thanks for joining me today. Daylight savings time is on. It's still daylight here. Fantastic. I hope you have a good show. I had a great show. I loved it. And we'll catch you tomorrow at 5 and 8 o'clock. Have a good night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye for now.